All right. I was recording a few minutes ago, and an old man came through the bushes with his bear alarm, so I had to stop. You might hear that bear alarm again in a few minutes in the distance. A couple of days ago, I started reading H.P. Lovecraft. I have a collection of his short stories. In all, there are about 10 of them, and I'm on the second last one. Some of the stories I found boring, and other ones I found incredibly interesting. I would say there's a common thread, and that is one of civilization being on the wane, of civilization being on the rack. How civilization, human civilization, is just a veneer, and nature will eventually take its rightful place. A good example is in one of the stories. There is this idea that the land is sinking into the ocean. All the land is sinking into the ocean, and the sea creatures are waiting for their chance to come up to the surface and feed on the bounty. In one story, probably my favorite one thus far, you have a family. You go through the different generations of the family, and there's some secret. And all families have secrets. I'm sure if you start digging into your family's past, you'll find incredible things. Perhaps things you didn't want to know. And yeah, there's going to be a spoiler alert here. I'm not going to go into the story in massive detail here, but yeah, I will get to the ending. So yeah, there's some sort of mystery with this family. The original descendant in the story, he's an anthropologist, and he goes off to the Congo, and he marries some woman, and it's said that she's of Portuguese extraction. I think he brings her back to America, and nobody ever sees her, and they have a child, and the child has a lot of physical defects, physical abnormalities, and also mentally the child isn't well. And that child has a child, and these abnormalities continue throughout the generations. And we get to the final one in the line, and he's investigating his grandfather's papers. He goes to the Congo because there's supposed to be this city or village, and it's inhabited by half ape, half human creatures, and it is said that they honor some monkey god, a queen monkey, and well, he manages to track down this village, but it's in ruins, and there are no monkey human creatures there. But he speaks to an elder. He speaks to an elder, and the elder tells him that some tribe came, and they killed every creature in the village, and they took the relic, which was the queen monkey mummy or whatever. And he gets someone in England, I think, in the Royal Anthropological Society, to acquire the relic. And the person who gets it, the professional guy, the anthropologist guy, he sends it on to this guy in America, the final descendant in the family line. And you get the feeling that the English guy, he knows, he's opened up the box, and he knows the truth. And there is this idea that maybe the American guy is not going to like what he sees. But the American, anyway, he opens it up and he discovers that the mummified monkey queen. I could be reading this wrong. Maybe I read it completely incorrectly. But he figures out that the mummified monkey queen is his great 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 grandmother, something like that. Because there's a family logo, some garment with the family logo on it, wrapped around the neck of the mummified monkey. And neighbors, whatever, they see him running out of the house, pouring gasoline on himself, and I think he goes down to some marsh or whatever. And he lights himself up. He turns into a human inferno. And I think it's the Anthropological Society, whatever, they find, or they recover the mummified monkey queen, and they decide to destroy it. And it is said by some people, because I read some critiques of this story, it is said by some people that the reason the anthropological, the British or whatever, American Anthropological Society, the reason that they destroyed the mummified monkey queen was because they wanted to destroy the evidence, because this was quite prevalent, seemingly this was quite prevalent, that you had all these high up British and American anthropologists going to the Congo and copulating with apes. So, and hybridization and all the rest of it, like it is something that happens in nature, hybridization. But people say that Lovecraft, he hated the idea of miscegenation. He didn't like it at all, and he felt that it was the start of the end of civilization when you started getting into it. But yeah, I just thought it was a very, very good story, and I wasn't expecting the ending that I read. So yeah, H.P. Lovecraft. Highly recommend it, from the 8.5 short stories that I've read.